What is up, y'all, and welcome back to another video. And as you guys know, NBA news has kind of been dry as of late because, the trade deadline's over. There's not a lot of rumors and speculations. But today we actually got something different, something new, and something fresh. So the player we're going to be talking about is Giannis Antetokounmpo. And we're just going to get right into it as we have a tweet from NBA Central saying, Shams Charania says Giannis wants to stay in Milwaukee, but if he doesn't see sustained long-term success there, he will look elsewhere. And this is straight from Shams, like I just said. There's actually a full video on this that I'll show you guys in a little bit. But let's just start talking about this. As when you think of Giannis, you think of MVP player, top 3 player in the world, and just someone you want to build your franchise around. And you don't really hear guys like that in trade talks. And obviously we just heard we just saw that Luka got traded, which is crazy and out of this world. But I mean, this doesn't really happen a lot. And someone of Giannis' caliber does not really get traded unless something happens, right? Well, in this case, nothing really happened. It seems like Giannis likes the city of Milwaukee. It seems like he loves his teammates, and it seems like, he loves to stay there, or he would love to stay there. But let's talk about why the Bucks might be open to trading him, or why Giannis might want to leave the Bucks after this season. So me personally, I don't know about you guys, but when I think of the Milwaukee Bucks, I think of a team that's a championship contender. I mean, obviously they haven't been, but I mean, I just think in my brain of a championship team when I think of the Milwaukee Bucks because they won the championship back in 2021. However, if you really look deep into it, the Bucks have not really had any long-term success. I mean, last season they bounced in the first round. Obviously, Giannis was hurt, but they got bounced in the first round. Season before that, they got bounced in the first round again. Giannis was hurt a little bit in that series, but he played a little bit also. But that was a series where they lost to Jimmy Butler. So, I mean, the year before that, they didn't make a big run either. So the Bucks have not really had a big run since they won the championship. And in that championship, you could even debate that they shouldn't have won it because the Nets got hurt and all. But, I mean, that's a different story. Obviously, you can't take away from that because injuries is a part of the game. However, if we look at the last few seasons, like I just said, they've been first-round exits or second-round exits. And, I mean, obviously, that's not going to get it done. And we actually have a list of teams where Giannis could go to and the odds of where Giannis would go to if he were to get traded. And I'll go look over that in a second. But first, I want to play the clip from Shams, and I'll play the whole interview and just, let you guys hear what his, official words are as one of the top insiders in the league so you guys can believe me first. And then I'll talk more about everything else.
Matt, everyone knows Giannis Antetokounmpo loves the Bucks, but I'm here to tell you he loves winning more, and that's why everyone within that Bucks organization, they know what's at stake this season. They know the pressure, and every summer when Giannis looks around and he looks at the Bucks' current roster, he looks at sustained long-term winning. Where will he be able to find that? And he has said publicly on the record, if he feels like that's not attainable anymore in Milwaukee, he will look elsewhere. And Giannis has been playing otherworldly this season. You think about MVP candidates, he's right up there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic. But he made those comments a couple years ago about failure and what failure means for the Bucks. In a lot of ways, this is championship or Eastern Conference Finals. They haven't reached that plateau ever since they won the championship in 2021. They've gotten bounced early in the playoffs, and so they do need to get back to that level to show Giannis that they're building something sustainable, building something long-term.
And I mean, this is facts. I mean, Shams Charania, the top guy who delivers news in the NBA, is saying this. I mean, if he's saying this, then it has to be, serious. And obviously, it makes a lot of sense if you think about it, because Giannis, one of the best players, he's carrying his team. Obviously, Dame's having a good year too, but I mean, he's having an MVP season, and if they don't make it past at least the second round, I mean, Giannis might leave. And it's kind of crazy to say because, I mean, he's always been on the Bucks. He developed there. They drafted him 15th. He was a young, not really experienced guy. They drafted him pure off potential, and obviously he reached that potential. However, it would be weird seeing him leave. But, I mean, if it has to happen, it has to happen. So this season is basically, deep playoff run or bust for the Bucks, and it's kind of crazy to think about. And before this video ends, let's see where Giannis might go if he does get traded in the offseason. And let's start off with the Knicks, the Nets, the Heat, the Lakers, Clippers, Rockets, Warriors, Raptors, and then there's more other teams. But, I mean, you see San Antonio there, but that's a different story. Obviously, Wemby just got a blood clot. He's out for the year, so we kind of just got to gauge that for San Antonio. However, let's look at the top teams. So the Knicks, I mean, that could be interesting. You have Mikal Bridges' contract. You have a lot of different players you could trade. I mean, if you could get Giannis somehow by keeping Cat and Brunson, that's a scary team. You think the Nets, I mean, I don't know why the Nets, it doesn't really make sense. I mean, they're a big market New York team, but, I mean, the Nets doesn't really, that doesn't really jump out to me. Why would the Nets want him? Then you have the Heat, which, I don't know, I don't really like that anymore. I mean, obviously, Miami's a good place, big market, but, I don't really know how much better the Heat would be for Giannis than the Bucks, because, I mean, the surrounding cast, you'd have Hero instead of Dame, and you would have, Bam instead of Bobby Portis and Kyle Kuzma and all those guys. I don't really like that, though. You have the Lakers. Obviously, the Lakers are always in talks, but I mean, what would they give up? They basically gave up everything they have for, or they gave up all their money for, a guy like Luka. So I don't really know there. And then you have a lot of other guys like Clippers, Warriors. I mean, Warriors, I'd like, I'm a Warriors fan, and that could be cool. But I mean, they just got Jimmy Butler, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense for them, too. So I don't know, man, but Giannis being traded is kind of crazy. Having that rumor is it's just crazy to me. I mean, it's just crazy to me how the NBA is changing in general, because seeing Luka get traded, Giannis is in trade talks now. I mean, I just never thought something like this would happen in the NBA in general. So who knows, man? Maybe the GMs are getting ballsy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. Like the video, do all that juicy stuff. I'm about to be out, man. This is just crazy news to me. But yeah, bye, guys.